Good afternoon. We are closely monitoring the escalating situation between Iran and Israel. The United States is committed to de-escalation and stability in the region. We urge all parties to exercise restraint.
Are you?
Where, can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands of Americans in America?
I didn't say they killed thousands of Americans in America. I said that they have been responsible for thousands of Americans being killed. And I think that that's easily something that you can verify. I don't know, state-sponsored terrorism for starters. Are you serious right now about that whole thing? I'm not going to list out exact specific locations. They've literally been responsible for sponsored terrorism.
Are you talking about the Iraq war where the U.S. invaded Iraq?
You can start out by the three that they just killed. Okay, the whole point of your network, if you want to actually talk about the facts here, I'm giving you the facts. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about something that's commonly accepted and known.
Congresswoman, you don't have a good understanding of the conflict.
Well, I'm the one that's getting the briefings, not you. You're a pundit offering your opinion because you want clickbait, but are actually interested in the substance.
No, not at all.
We can talk about the fact that Obama sent millions upon millions of dollars to the Iranian regime, or do you not want to address that because it's not supported by your opinion and your network?
No, not at all.
Is this really even something that we're going to actually get to substance here, or are you going to continue to attack this?
No, it seems like you just want to filibuster. It seems like you don't really want to have a good faith conversation.
Or you just don't like what I'm saying.
No, we would have invited you on the air.
This happens every time I'm on with you.
Yeah, you keep coming on every time, and you keep stating a lot of things that are incorrect.
Because
the United States launched an attack on Iran.
About it, except for you.
The United States launched a war against Iran right now. Iran retaliated, in which American members. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, the Iranians responded and killed 3 American service members. So what we're trying to get at is you make an assertion on this air that it's not an invasion when America sends fighter jets and Israel sends fighter jets into another country.
Boots on the ground are not going to happen. Congress will not vote on war with Iran because that is not something that we support, and that is not something that the administration supports.
That's actually what the Constitution says that in Article 1, but I guess you think Article 2 is more important.
Article 2 is when the U.S. citizens and our military are in direct imminent threat. The president reserves the authority.
Yeah, well, he hasn't made that case to the American public or Congress, and that's the problem. And that's why he's supposed to go to Congress.
He's not going to give you classified intelligence
information. He's not supposed to give it to me. He's supposed to give it to members of Congress. He's supposed to go give it to members of Congress. That's exactly why members of Congress. You're only one. There are 435 members and 100 senators, and others have not gotten it. You're not the only one who gets to speak on behalf of the American people.
Prior to the strike.
Anyway, unfortunately, we're out of time.
There was actually a briefing.
Really appreciate you coming on.
There you go. You don't want to hear the facts. They got a briefing.
It's not a fact. I'm telling you what other members of Congress have said, and that's the whole point of them being able to have a debate in Congress.
Congress was notified.
That's not what members of Congress say, but really appreciate you coming on here and saying something different. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Coming up, how much could Trump's war with
doing a fantastic job. Commander across the CENTCOM AOR, the CENTCOM commander across the CENTCOM AOR, our leadership and troops, as you would expect, doing a fantastic job. 2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan, funded and armed by Iranian Quds Force and IRGC killers. My generation of veterans carry the names of brothers who never came home. Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult. It took the 47th president, a fighter who always puts America first, to finally draw the line after 47 years of Iranian belligerence. He reminded the world, as he has time and time again, being an American means something unbreakable. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent. Americans anywhere on earth. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. Without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. We will kill you. And we will kill you. We will kill you. Will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent Crazy regimes like Iran, hell-bent on prophetic Islamist delusions, cannot have nuclear weapons. It's common sense. Many have said it, but it takes guts to actually enforce it, and our president has guts. Iran's stubborn and self-evident nuclear pursuits, their targeting of global shipping lanes, and their swelling arsenal of ballistic missiles and killer drones are no longer tolerable risks. Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again. A conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Our bases, our people, our allies, all in their crosshairs. Iran had a conventional gun to our head as they tried to lie their way to a nuclear bomb. It almost worked under Obama and his terrible deal, but not under this president. Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel. This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it.
Yeah, man, one. And this video and the video I will be displaying, they are in English, but I will be speaking Dutch. This is a Surinamese Dutch video, not even Surinamese, those who speak Dutch, so South Africa, Belgium, whatever. Those who understand Dutch, even Fransguyana, and many people are there speak Dutch, Paramaribo, whatever. But this one is, I must speak Dutch to explain it, what is going on with this America stuff and Trump, and I already stated it in other videos, but yeah, just saying. Let's see it, man. So when there has been a briefing about what's going on also, so let's see.
Good afternoon. We are closely monitoring the escalating situation between Iran and Israel. The United States is committed to de-escalation and stability in the region. We urge all parties to exercise restraint.
Where, can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands of Americans in America?
Dus deze PC is een PC over Dus deze vrouw zit in het congres in Amerika en praat met deze man. En zij beweert dat Iran een gevaar vormt voor Amerika. Whatever, man. En ik ga straks een PC laten zien waar er wordt gezegd. Wat ik al zei, andere landen mogen geen wapens hebben. It's like the same complaint about the so-called Black Wall Street. They will destroy your city. Yeah, whatever. You know that long time ago. Yeah, and that's why when Sanu is saying, and why are these people not building? Sanu, you start sounding like a psyop operation, man. Just say. Oh ja, ik ben weer naar Engels gegaan, man. But anyways, man. Ik ga dit laten zien. Sanu is een kill die praat. Hij is nu in Amerika en hij praat om in skafnis. So, maar whatever. Ik ga dit laten zien. Kunnen jullie horen? Ja, man. Dit is gewoon Irak en Saddam Hussein en Libië. Is the same thing. Oh, ik ga weer naar Engels, man. Het is zelfde tory, weet je. Dus ja, gewoon mensen afmaken en leugens verzinnen. Toen ik video's ging maken dat dit gebeurde met mijn mensen in Suriname, in het bos en al dat soort dingen in de Amazon. Mensen gingen dat censureren. Ja, zelfs stadsnegers gingen kanalen aanvallen. Zelfs Indianen uit het bos gingen zeggen, wat? Ja, jij komt uit Afrika. Je spreekt Afrikaans. Ja, wij zijn de original inwoners. Wel, stop Trump. Dat is wat ik bedoel, man. Al deze kills hebben heldhaftige verhalen over hun verleden. Toon het, nigga. Als je in slavernij was of dat soort tory, moet je niet praten over heldhaftigheid. Je moet niet praten over God. Ja, want jouw God heeft jou in de steek gelaten toen de tijd daar was. En niet omdat jouw God slecht is, omdat jij een bakroe bent. Jij hebt beweerd dat jij een God hebt. God heeft niemand verteld dat jij een kind van hem was. Jij hebt dat beweerd. Ja, alle schuld en alles rust op jouw schouders, niet op God of Allah. Jij hebt gezegd jij gelooft in Allah. Ja, dat jij een leugenaar bent en ik geloof in Allah, alleen apen geloven dat jij in Allah gelooft. En als jij zegt Allah is, in mijn taal is Allah alles. God is alles. Exactly, zo mij maakt het niks uit of je zegt Allah of je zegt God. God is net als in België, heb je God, die G wordt een K, wordt kot. Is Osu. in Ghana. In the beginning, everything was together. In het begin, iedereen was toch bij elkaar. En toen heeft wat zij zeggen, God heeft alles verdeeld of whatever. Dat is hun narrative. Als ik video's maak, moet ik jullie narrative gebruiken. Jullie standpunten, algemeen universitaire lering moet ik gebruiken in mijn video's. Anders gaan een van deze ziekelingen, ja, je weet. Let's hear it so. Deze vrouw beweert dat Iran al lang een gevaar vormt voor Amerika. Ik wist het niet, man. Maar let's hear it.
I didn't say they killed thousands of Americans in America. I said that they have been responsible.
Good afternoon. We are closely monitoring the escalating situation between Iran.
In deze video moet je niet vergeten dat Iran heeft Bahrein aangevallen, de UAE, Saoedi-Arabië, Hormuz is gesloten. Dus wat je moet weten is, maar deze theorie is, dit zijn allemaal moslimlanden die Iran aanvalt. Waarom zou Iran andere moslims aanvallen? Ja, dat is nu de Shiiten en de Soenieten theorie wat je hebt. Stadsneger, bosneger. En wie zit in het midden? Exactly. De kolonisator. Jullie zijn beyond stupid. Ja, jullie hebben geen fucking ballen in jullie broeken, in jullie onderbroeken. Ja, jullie zijn geen mannen. Wat Trump jullie laat zien, dat zelfs de domste Caucasiër staat boven jullie, man. Jullie zijn bitch-ass nigger. Jullie kunnen niks voor jezelf bouwen. Alles wat je wilt, je moet gaan smeken bij deze gasten. Geef me geld voor slavernij. Geef me geld voor dit. Ja, dan gaan ze jou ook als een kind zien. Ja, reality talk. Oh, en heel veel van deze gasten denken, daarom geef ik het voorbeeld van. Iran valt niet Amerika rechtstreeks aan in Amerika daar. Iran valt Bahrein en UAE en al die plaatsen aan. Andere moslims. Ja, hè? Als je mijn video kijkt en zegt, hij spreekt slecht over negers, hij spreekt slecht over andere Afrikanen. Nee. You don't know anything. Ja, hè? Ze zeiden Afrikanen hadden hun eigen mensen verkocht, daarom geef ik steeds voorbeeld. Als jullie dat komen zeggen, black on black crime. Wat nu gebeurt, Iran valt UAE, Saoedi-Arabië aan. Dat is Muslim on Muslim crime. Nigga? Rusland valt Oekraïne aan. Muslim on Muslim crime. Oekraïne valt Rusland aan. Niet moslim. Niet white, want ze zijn niet white. White is puur, is een status. Dit zijn Caucasian on Caucasian crime. Ja, that's the thing wat ik waan. Ja, dus deze gasten komen laat me het niet zeggen vergoeilijken. Maar zij zeggen, ja, Iran is een gevaar in de wereld en als Iran wapens heeft, gaat Iran iedereen aanvallen. Gast, Iran heeft, althans ja, ik moet niet zeggen Iran heeft mij volop niet aangevallen, want in East Africa, man. Dus daarom zei ik, zie je, ik wou bijna instappen, maar ik ga niet instappen. Dit is kolonisator war. This is the war of the kolonisatoren. Ja, de Caucasiër tegen de Arab. Do your thing, man. Ja, I'm just reporting to my people so they... ik ga naar Engels. Ja, dus no, de alabu, anga de Cauca, de mai feti. If wamai ne wan jombo gwai ni so margo tekslag. Wan shomemang, wani chai de makwai nyabusi. We boyo, teo chai de makwai nyabusi, chai de go na pisi fuyuga sama. Miga sama abisabita sama apedembe feti. Da dinayu si bung ay ni den sani de maya chai kompotigia sana de. Dai mu chai de mandi ye chai guabusi of upo ye chai dengo. Im chai dengo na yu pisiolo. Bika ulo yo de fu de san de didu. Yare, ko ye renja.
In Israel. The United States is committed to de-escalation and stability in the region. We urge all parties to exercise restraint.
Are you
Where, can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands of Americans in America?
I didn't say they killed thousands of Americans in America. I said that they have been responsible for thousands of Americans being killed. And I think that that's easily something that you can verify. I don't know, state-sponsored terrorism for starters. Are you serious right now about that whole thing? I'm not going to list out exact
no, I mean, just
specific locations.
are you talking about the Iraq war where the US invaded Iraq?
You can start out by the three that they just killed. Okay, the whole point of your network, if you want to actually talk about the facts, I'm giving you the facts. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about something that's commonly accepted and known.
Congresswoman, you don't have a good understanding of the
conflict. Well, I'm the one that's getting the briefings, not you. You're a pundit offering your opinion because you want clickbait, but are actually interested in the substance.
No, not at all.
Dit is het moment waar sommigen zouden zeggen: met hoeveel mannen heeft zij moeten slapen om in congres te kunnen zitten? Ik zeg niet dat het zo is hoor. Just saying. That's your world, nigga. Sickness, jullie zijn fucking cowards. Ja, hè? En dit soort figuren, deze kills zeggen het straight up, maar hij doet niks eraan. Dat is wat ik bedoel. Dus deze kills denken, althans ja, it would be foolish to stand up and do anything also, so. Because they liked it. En ja, they liked it. Daarom zeg ik steeds van die hele gejank over kolonisatie en slavernij. Die kills blijven deals maken met diezelfde devils. Als je deals blijft, als iemand, kijk, fool me once, shame on you, cause I don't know you, nigga. Fool me twice, that would be shame on me. Cause you've already fooled me and now I've allowed it for you to fool me again. That would mean that, yeah, exactly, stupidity. Or incompetency. Oh ja, ik ga terug naar Engels. Die kills zijn gewoon incompetent. Ja, hè? Ze zijn daar gekomen en op hun manier, hoe ze dat hebben gedaan of niet hebben gedaan, dat is hun story. Maar je ziet hier, en deze kill zegt gewoon tegen deze smaak, luister, geef ons bewijzen van deze tijd dat Iran iemand heeft aangevallen. Iran is Perzië. Als je in de Bijbel, Iran is Perzië. Dus welke laatste tijd heeft Iran een land aangevallen, man? I haven't seen it. Ik heb het niet gezien dat Iran iemand heeft aangevallen. Maar zie je, ze gaan jou zeggen, jij doet aan conspiracy. Conspiracy is another word for paranoia. Understand that? When you paranoia, they will tell anything you speak out, they will say it's conspiracy. But what are they doing? Yeah, we think Iran is gonna attack us. They are looking for weapons. Do you have evidence? Heb je bewijzen dat Iran iets aan het doen is? Nee man, maar we denken dat ze iets gaan doen. Hoe weten we niet dat jullie liegen? Wij zijn de kinderen van God. Welk God is dat? Want jouw God is niet mijn God. Nigga, you stupid. Jouw God is niet mijn God, maar je kan mij... Ik ben kind van God. Welk God? Die steen daar, is dat jouw God? Die lamp op jouw bureau, is dat jouw God? Wat is de stupidity dat je al... je gaat naar Engels, man. Dat is de domheid die jullie allemaal accepteren. Jullie zijn beyond cowards, man. En als... yeah, let's hear it, man. Dit is, foolery. Daarom gaf ik je steeds voorbeelden van stadsneger, bosneger. Is zelf de Tory. Is net als Iran tegen Saoedi-Arabië. Ja, hè? Hutus tegen Tutsis. En Irak en tegen Iran in de past. En wie zit altijd in het midden? Want India en Pakistan hebben ook de ruzie, toch? Maar ze zien er hetzelfde uit. Daarom zeg ik tegen Omen Kulis, kom niet praten over Suriname. Je bent daar als slaaf gebracht. 100 jaar geleden. Ga Bangladesh regelen. Dat moet je doen. Ja, hè? Go take care of Bangladesh, all this. Because they keep saying, and these East Indians are smart. If they are smart, let them take care of Bangladesh. So we can see how smart they are. And what God they possess that can do all these miracles. Because I don't see it. Let me say it. Yeah, go fix Bangladesh. Let me see what East Indian, the smartness of East Indians, man. This is all fuckery. Gewoon spellen... ik ga weer naar Engels, man. Gewoon spelletjes spelen en wie aap is, doet mee. Let's hear it, man.
About the fact that Obama sent millions upon millions of dollars to the Iranian regime, or do you not want to address that because it's not supported by your opinion and your network?
No, not at all.
Is this really even something that we're going to actually get to substance, or are you going to continue to attack us?
No, it seems like you just want to filibuster. It seems like you don't really want to have a good faith conversation.
Or you just don't like what I'm saying.
No, we would have invited you on the air.
This happens every time I'm on with you.
Yeah, you keep coming on every time, and you keep stating a lot of things that are incorrect.
Because
The United States launched an attack on Iran.
About it, except for you.
The United States launched a war against Iran right now. Iran retaliated, in which American members. Strikes. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, the Iranians.
The key here is all this Christianity and Islam is politicized. Yeah? If you step into this, I'm fighting for Gaza, it's politics, man. All those people are fake. The American is not the real American. Is this Caucasian deze Europeanen zeggen, wij zijn de Amerikanen. Maar is het niet de Indianen die Amerikanen waren? Wij zijn de Afrikanen. Ik dacht dat Afrikanen zwart waren, man. Of ben jij eigenlijk zwart? Bedoel je bent bleek? Of bedoel je jij bent black? Because blackie bleek? Of blakey black? Schwarzenegger, ben jij de Schwarzenegger? That's the real talk, nigga. Ben jij de Schwarzenegger, zonder dat wij het wisten? Ja, hè? Ja, ik ga naar Engels, man. Dat is hoe stom jullie zijn in deze game. Ja, hè? Ga naar een Arnold Schwarzenegger en vraag hem waar hij die naam vandaan heeft.
Responded and killed 3 American service members. So what we're trying to get at is you make an assertion on this air that it's not an invasion when America sends fighter jets and Israel sends fighter jets into another country.
Boots on the ground are not going to happen. Congress will not vote on war with Iran because that is not something that we support and that is not something that the administration
supports. That's actually
supports.
what the Constitution says that in Article 1, but I guess you think Article 2 is more important, so it's up to you.
Article 2 is when the U.S. citizens and our military are in direct imminent threat, the president reserves the authority.
Yeah, well, he hasn't made that case to the American public or Congress,
exactly
and that's the problem, and that's why he's supposed to go to Congress.
Well, he's not going to give you classified intelligence
he's
information.
He's not supposed to give it to me. He's supposed to give it to members of Congress. He's supposed to go give it to members of Congress.
What
That's
makes
exactly
you think
why
that
members
I
of
haven't gone in?
You're only one. There are 435 members and 100 senators.
En ze zetten altijd jouw eigen volk tegen jou, hè. Dat moet je... Zie je niet deze sma en die gast die ruzie maken, ze lijken op. Dat jullie zijn maar papa dom. Daarom blijf ik je steeds zeggen, die stadsneger, bosneger, Tory. Die Hollanders hebben dat voor... Niet Hollanders, Caucasiërs hebben dat verzonnen, ja? Daarom zeggen ze, wie niet sterk is, moet slim zijn. Daarom heb je hebt 20% en Caucasiërs in Afrika. Maar zij roelen alles. Snap je? Dat heet de 20-80 regel. Ga naar een handel, typ Google handel, 20-80 regel, ja? Kleinste groep roelt alles. Zelfs in een winkel heb je dat. Je hebt jouw main assortiment die het meest waarde heeft. Dus net als Suriname heeft hout, al dat soort dingen, olie en dat soort dingen. Maar het meest verkopen ze goud. Zie je? Omdat goud en blanco hebben bijna dezelfde waarde. Ja? Als je blanco prijs kijkt, ga je zien dat vaak als blanco prijs in Europa 30.000 is of zo, zie je dat goud schommelt rond de 40.000, zo 35.000. Ja, en het is verzonnen. Ja, you stupid one. Ja, daarom zoek een film op en belasting is diefstal. Ja, zoek die film op. Het heet belasting is diefstal. Ga je zien. Dat jouw regering is gewoon gangster. Dat is wat jullie niet... Jullie zeggen het. Everybody knows it. That the government is the real gangster. But they don't dare to do anything but they want to act gangsterly to common people on the street. If you know the government is the real gangster, you should not be gangster on the street. Go to the government and be a gangster over there like Trump is gangstering right now. What is Trump doing? He's gangstering his shit, nigga. Trump is showing you not anybody on this planet, except for if you had God, can do anything to stop him. You see that? There's your reality, nigga. Oh ja, ik praat Engels. Snap je? Wat Trump nu aan het doen is jullie laten zien dat niemand iets kan doen, toch? Wie van jullie kan iets doen? Jullie allemaal, ik ben gangster man, ik ben this man, stop Trump. Wie van jullie kan Trump stoppen? Precies. Jullie zijn allemaal lafbekken. Jullie zoeken gewoon iemand waarvan jullie denken dat jullie die kunnen verslaan en op die gaan jullie dan jezelf afreageren. Dat is Trump ook aan het doen. Jullie zijn allemaal Trumps. Ja, waarom valt Trump niet China aan? Nee, wat Trump doet is gewoon verhaaltjes verzinnen samen met deze Israëli. Eerst Iran pakken, eerst Irak pakken, toen Libië en dan Iran. En nu zeggen ze Kenia is ook van Israël. Misschien heb je nog niet gehoord. Ja, hè? Die kills hebben al gezegd, 3000 jaar geleden had God hun Kenia ook Kenia gegeven. Ja, heel veel Kenianen weten niet eens dat hun land van Israël is. Daarom zie je niet Israël, exactly. Israël heeft een deal gesloten met Somaliland nu. Wat waarom? Om Somalis aan te vallen. Maar ja, die Somalis ging die Somali Bantu aanvallen. Zie je? So nobody cares, man. Zie je dat? Dus nu gaat Israël daar die Somali onderdrukken via Somaliland. Maar die Somalis hebben die Somali Bantu, die Bantu black people daar in slavery gedaan en al dat soort shit. Maybe it's payback. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Ja, that's my culture. Oh ja, ik praat weer en. Bueno, neem tayo di matakiteki sa may libi ka ba? Teiki sama gewoon ni yere abetego taigi de sama fitaki beki sama dat de masabi taki de jabif teke afstand fi. Eva voor te verdedig is even naki ki sama. Yare ki sama na te sama adu sanyang gaidai opogo due masani. Ada tue taki. En ke fade mabe kon ki sama abusi mango fufu moni. Na mautaki yama na mapego fufu moni. Weda na ma family de bem go ki. Na dat tue taki. Yare. Let's hear it. So, en ik ga ook PC laten zien waar deze gast in die briefing gaat zeggen van... als je Amerika aanvalt of je scheldt ons uit, we gaan je doodmaken. Ja, nigger, I told you. Die Amerikaan zei, en dat is die vertegenwoordiger van Donald Trump. Hij zegt, iedereen die nu Amerika verrot scheldt of je doet iets tegen Amerika, ze komen jou afmaken. Je dacht het was een joke? Told you. Ja, laat me niet eens zeggen told you so. Let's hear it, man.
Others have not done it. You're not the only one who gets to speak on behalf of the American people.
Prior to the strike.
Anyway, unfortunately, we're out of time, but really appreciate you coming on.
There you go. You don't want to hear the facts. They got a briefing.
It's not a fact. I'm telling you what other members of Congress have said, and that's the whole point of them being able to have a debate in Congress.
Congress was notified.
That's not what members of Congress say, but really appreciate you coming on here and saying something different. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Coming up, how much could Trump's war with
doing a fantastic job.
En zo zie je die Tory van net. En Trump en zijn consorten, zijn matties, apps. Oké, laat me dat niet zeggen, want triggering of the YouTube algorithm. Niet eens YouTube meer, overal. Want Tyler Oliveira is van internet weggehaald. Alleen op YouTube is hij nog volgens mij. Ik weet niet of je hebt gehoord van nee, misschien niet. Een kill Tyler Oliveira. Hij exposed om mensen. Toen is hij Israël gaan exposen. Toen hebben ze hem van Patreon overal weggehaald. En nu is hij alleen nog op YouTube. Maar YouTube is ook van diezelfde mensen. Dat is gewoon een gratie. Poging van behave yourself if you wanna be on internet. Ja, want TikTok is nu van Israël. En hoe heet deze movie thing? This Disney movie, all these things, is bought up by Israel. They buying everything now. If you wanna be on YouTube, is of Israel. X Twitter is of Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is supporting Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is supporting Israel. So it's the same thing. Ja, Facebook is Zuckerberg. Oh ja, ik praat weer Engels, man. Zie je? Dus of het waar is of niet, dat moeten zij weten, maar we zien het gebeuren. Real talk. Dus dit is de briefing. En in deze briefing, je kan het beneden in Nederlands lezen of boven daar in het Engels. Dus in deze briefing gaan ze zeggen, wie nu Amerika uitscheldt of had uitgescholden of je valt hun aan, ze komen jou afmaken. Let's hear it. Want anders lijkt het alsof ik het zeg. That's the real talk. Let's hear it.
Across the CENTCOM AOR, the CENTCOM commander, across the CENTCOM AOR, our leadership and troops, as you would expect, doing a fantastic job. 2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan. Funded and armed.
Hoor je wat die man zegt? Hij zegt Iran heeft hun aangevallen in Irak. Maar dat is hun gebied. Wat? Dus je gaat naar hun gebied, maar zij moeten niks doen. Snap je die Tory wat ik al zei over die Tories? Dit is die Tory wat ik bedoel. Deze figuren gaan jouw volk afslachten en zegt jou, je mag er niet over praten. Ze maken nu zelfs een wet dat zelfs... en het is niet zelfs... je mag de waarheid niet meer zeggen. Het staat nu bijna in de wet, gaat nu binnenkort in congres in Amerika. Ja, net als die Tory van... je mag niet over de Nakba praten. Je mag niet over slavernij praten meer. Je mag... Gewoon maar omdat het diezelfde figuren zijn die het aan het doen zijn. Ja, is stupid. Deze kill zegt en Iran heeft hun aangevallen in Irak. I thought you was American. Jij bent een Amerikaan, zeg je. Want eigenlijk ben je technisch, niet technisch, je bent een Europeaan op bloedgrond van de zogenaamde Indianen. Waarvan, yeah. Dat is jullie wereld, nigga. Let's hear it.
Iranian Quds Force and IRGC. Good afternoon. We are closely monitoring the escalating situation between Iran and Israel. The United States is committed to de-escalation and stability in the region. We urge all parties to exercise restraint.
Why don't you... Are you...
Where? Can you just tell me really?
Kill you. Americans, roadside bomb. 37 long... Doing a fantastic job. Commander across the CENTCOM AOR, the CENTCOM commander across the CENTCOM AOR, our leadership and troops, as you would expect, doing a fantastic job. 2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan, funded and armed by Iranian Quds Force and IRGC killers. My generation of veterans carry the names of brothers who never came home. Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our...
Heb je gehoord wat de kill zei? Hij zei, we zijn deze we didn't start this war. Wij zijn deze oorlog niet begonnen. Wat? Snap je deze Tory als kills als ik komen praten hier? I know, heel veel van jullie zeggen, ja maar dat is toch naïviteit. Nee, het is niet naïviteit. Jij bent gewoon een aap. Dat is de real talk. Daarom zeg ik dat figuren op internet of waar je ook bent, moeten zichzelf niet met mij komen vergelijken. Want jullie zijn bitch-ass niggas. Deze Amerikaan, niet eens Amerikaan, deze Caucasiër. Let's keep it real, man. Deze Caucasiër zegt, en zij zijn de oorlog niet begonnen. Ik zeg dit soort dingen omdat dit zijn de boeken die ze hebben geschreven in slavernijtijd over mijn volk in Suriname in Amazon. Ze vallen ons aan, ze willen ons afmaken. Zoals in Zuid-Afrika nu, wat ze over Malema proberen Malema op te sluiten, maar zij hebben de voorouders van Malema afgemaakt. 400 jaar lang. Dus die kills zijn die voorouders van Malema gaan afmaken 400 jaar lang en willen Malema opsluiten omdat hij erover praat. En dat is jullie politie van de wereld. The fuck on, man. Let's hear it.
Retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult. It took the 47th president, a fighter who always puts America first, to finally draw the line after 47 years of Iranian belligerence. He reminded the world, as he has time and time again, being an American means something unbreakable. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
Wat zei hij? Without any hesitations, we will kill you. So you are the killer murderer of the world, but when anybody say it, you will act like you get mad, because that's how fake you are, nigga. You can't have it for... You're not a real man, because if these Muslims had weapons like you had, man to man, mano a mano, you won't stand a chance. Don't you see it is the same thing with these Africans? Mano a mano against the Africans, you stand no chance. So you have to go there. Anything they have, starting anything, break it down. These Muslims starting anything, you are a coward, man. You're not a real man. Even if your woman was with you right now, she would get up and walk away from you. As she heard me speaking right now. Oh, ik praat niet Engels. Deze kills zijn gewoon lafbekken, man. Deze kills zeggen tegen iedereen, je mag geen wapens hebben. om jou aan te kunnen vallen, om zeker te zijn dat je geen wapens hebt, dan ben je kankerfaggot, nigga. Koloboelersanie is dat. Jij mag geen wapens hebben als ik jou aanval. Maar je bent een man, je bent superieur. That is white. That's why I say white supremacy doesn't exist. And they are not white. They are Caucasian. They took the title white. Yeah, white is a status. To have wisdom. Wit is gewoon een koning. Bueno, dit mataki witty maar je na koning. Ay ni Engels na to have wit. Fu abi koning. Wise. Nee, de abi wasande kay wizard. Wijsman, I saw you. You see, a wijzer. You see dat, pe? Net als een klok, abiwa wijzer. I saw you ating dat sabi saifsa. Yeah, you know what's going on. That's the only one who can point out anything. If you don't know what's going on, you cannot point out anything. Yeah, that's the point. Poindexter, go look the cartoon. They used to show the smart so-called and ghost guy over there. But anyways, man. Je hoort deze mensen dus zeggen, yeah. Zo komen jou, yeah, het is de duivel die je nu live ziet. De duivel is Deze kill heeft gezegd, wij zijn de oorlog niet begonnen. Yeah, man. Ja, dit zijn zielig, man. Niemand mag wapens hebben. Wij zijn mannen. Niet waar ik vandaan kom, hoor. Je bent gewoon een kankerlafbek. Mensen, ongewapende mensen aanvallen. En dan hier rechtspraak houden dat anderen geweld in eigen hand nemen. Get the fuck on, man.
President Trump has also been very consistent in Americans anywhere on. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. Without apology and without hesitation.
Before saying that any American, we need to know if you mean the real American, like in form of Native Americans, Asiatic, of whom you said the land is off, or you, the fake imposter who came from Europe and wiped out, killed everyone like you're doing today. That's what we want to know over here. Yeah, because the devil is a liar and a liar is the devil. That's the real talk, nigga.
And we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent in Americans anywhere on. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. Without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. We will kill you, and we will kill you. We will kill you. Will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent. Crazy regimes like Iran, hell-bent on prophetic Islamist delusions, cannot have.
What do you want to say? Crazy regimes like Iran. Says the sick one. What do you want die kill say? Die man zei die kills, die moslims zijn gek, ziek. Ben jij beter? De kills doen allemaal diezelfde Sunny. Net als Boko Haram gaat daar mensen afmaken. Trump is Boko Haram. Get the fuck out, man. Jullie zijn allemaal Boko Haram. Get the fuck out. Daarom blijft Boko Haram zijn ding doen. Omdat Boko Haram gaat zitten en denken, man, fuck all this shit. Let me do my shit, nigga. Ja, jullie zijn al, Trump is Boko Haram. Deze Caucasiërs zijn Boko Haram. Get the fuck on, man.
Nuclear weapons. It's common sense. Many have said it, but it takes guts to actually enforce it, and our president has guts. Iran's stubborn and self-evident nuclear pursuits, their targeting of global shipping lanes, and their swelling arsenal of ballistic missiles and killer drones are no longer tolerable risks. Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again. A conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Our bases, our people, our allies, all in their crosshairs. Iran had a conventional gun to our head as they tried to lie their way to a nuclear bomb. It almost worked under Obama and his terrible deal, but not under this president. Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel. This is
Because maybe he said all these things because of what you're saying right now. That's what we're saying. Because maybe when he saw the massacre of what you've done to the native so-called Americans, he knew you was gonna do this also to their people over there. But since they had Africans also in slavery, nobody really cares from my side. Ja, waarom moet het jou iets schelen als kolonisatoren elkaar afmaken? That's the real talk. Schiet op en zodat gasten als ik hun dingen relaxed kunnen blijven doen. Real talk, man.
Not a so-called regime change war. But the regime sure did change. And the world is better off for it. Today, in their desperation, the enemy is unmasked. As Iranian missiles and drones rain down indiscriminately on the hotels, airports, apartments, and other civilian targets of their neighbors. Cowardly terrorist tactics from a regime.
Cowardly? You said they are not allowed to have a weapon when you're coming to attack them. That is where I come from. That is called cowardly. Ze mogen geen wapens hebben, anders als wij ze aanvallen, kunnen ze terugvechten. Ja, maar dan ben je gewoon een babyverkrachter. Daarom doe je dat ook in jullie kerken. Bitch-ass niggas. Stupid, dat volk heeft geen fucking god, nigga. Laat zeggen, cowardly. Iran zegt, laat wij mano a mano, nigga. Jij wil niet mano a mano. Voordat Iran hun wapens klaar heeft, begin je hun aan te vallen. Nee, voordat Iran alles klaar heeft, moeten we hun kappen. Je bent geen man, omdat je weet als er mano a mano komt, ben je niks. Kankergek. Je bent een big fish in a small pond, nigga. That's the real talk.
That for decades has trafficked in cowardly terrorist.
That's why in America where you live, what you're doing is taking candy from a baby. That's the only time you can do it. Because if it's a grown-up, you can't do it. Ja, deze gasten kunnen alleen een snoep van babytjes afpakken. Je moet ongewapend en zwak zijn. En dan gaan ze jou aanvallen. Anders zijn het faggots. Overal is het met hun show. Real talk. En ook iedereen die hun steunt trouwens. Ja, that's the real talk.
Lies, death, and destruction to this day. The Iranian leadership has built nothing except proxies and missiles and drones and deeply buried nuclear factories and facilities. Peaceful nuclear ambitions do not need to be buried underneath mountains. Last June, Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated their nuclear program to rubble. Afterward, we told them plainly, that's it, now make a deal. They arrogantly refused. We said, rebuild it, and we'll stop you again, this time far worse. Well, President...
You see, this is the part of "Thou shalt build and I will destroy." What they're doing is, they told themselves the Bible is theirs, but their original God is called Odin. And Thor. What you're seeing in these movies they showing you in Hollywood, die films van Hollywood, dat was vroeger hun god. Odin, Thor, Beowulf. Al dit Jezus gebeuren hebben ze gewoon uit Afrika gepakt, van Oost-Afrika daar bij Kenia. En Sudan daar bij Egypte. En dan reclame maken. Egypte is niet in Afrika hoor. Nou, waar is het dan? Stommeling. En dat is die hele Tory. Kijk, we zijn in Israël. Israël is Afrika. Ik weet niet of iemand een aap is. Deze kills is hetzelfde als ze zeggen, wij zijn de Amerikanen, wij zijn de Afrikaners. Ik dacht dat Afrikanen zwart waren, had jij gezegd. Unless you mean that je bent een Blackie, Schwarzenegger. Wie is de Schwarzenegger? Who is the real Schwarzenegger? Go ask them there in Germany. Ja, jij roet mof. Let's hear it, man. Real talk.
Secretary Rubio, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, they bent over backwards for real diplomacy, offering pathway after pathway to peace. I watched it. I was there. They tried over and over and over again earnest attempts at peace. The former regime had every chance to make a peaceful and sensible deal. But Tehran was not negotiating. They were stalling, buying time to reload their missile stockpiles and restart their nuclear ambitions. Their goal, hold us hostage, threatening to strike our forces. Well, President Trump doesn't play those games. And as Secretary Rubio said after the Maduro raid, if you don't know, now you know. President Trump puts America and Americans first. He doesn't hesitate, and neither do our troops. The mission of Operation Epic Fury is laser-focused. Destroy Iranian offensive missiles, destroy Iranian missile production, destroy their navy and other security infrastructure, and they will never have nuclear weapons. We're hitting them surgically, overwhelmingly, and unapologetically. With every passing day, our capabilities get stronger and Iran's get weaker. We set the terms of this war, from start to finish. Our ambitions are not utopian. They are realistic, scoped to our interests and the defense of our people and our allies. Speaking of people, we hope the Iranian people take advantage of this incredible opportunity. President Trump has been clear, now is your time. To Iranian security forces, choose wisely. President Trump has also been clear about your fate in either direction. To the media outlets and political left screaming endless wars, stop. This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. Our generation knows better, and so does this president. He called the last 20 years of nation-building wars dumb, and he's right. This is the opposite. This operation is a clear, devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes. Israel has clear missions as well, for which we are grateful. Capable partners, as we've said since the beginning, capable partners are good partners. Unlike so many of our traditional allies who wring their hands and clutch their pearls, hemming and hawing about the use of force. America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives. As the president warned, an effort of this scope will include casualties. War is hell, and always will be. A grateful nation.
Yeah, but those casualties will not be your family members. Oh ja, man, nee, dat. Zie je? Dus want hij zegt, deze oorlog zal veel levens eisen. Zijn die levens afkomstig uit zijn familie? Tuurlijk niet. Hij zit gewoon op een beeldbuis te papia. Yeah, man, and we have to do this war. Let's play it. Yeah, man.
Honors the 4 Americans we have lost thus far and those injured. The absolute best of America. May we prosecute the remainder of this operation in a manner that honors them. No apologies, no hesitation, epic fury for them and the thousands of Americans before them, taken too soon by Iranian radicals. Before I turn it over to General Kane for the operational update, let me speak straight to you, the Joint Force, our warriors on the front lines. This is your moment. This is the generational turning point America has waited for since 1979, and since the rudderless wars of hubris, my generation, our generation, endured. Don't listen to the noise. Just stay focused. Our commander-in-chief is steady at the wheel. We face a determined enemy, but you are better. But we must prove it every single day. History doesn't care if we're tired, if we're scared, or if the fight feels big. It demands warriors who rise anyway. Peace through strength, the warrior ethos, lethality, unity of purpose, those are not slogans. They're the beating heart of what it means to wear the uniform, that uniform. You think clearly under fire, you act decisively in chaos, you uphold the Constitution, and you uphold our country without hesitation.
You hear that?
I've been asked a lot, like, why?
You hear that? You uphold our Constitution. Yeah. Constitutie? Deze kills. Yeah, let's hear it. Dit is een Surinaamse sma uit Nederland. Ze komt uit Zeezandplantage. Whatever, ze zit nu in Ghana. En ze vertelt Ja, man, daar in Ghana is dingen nu beter geregeld dan mensen vertellen en dat soort stories. Dus ik ga het even afspelen en let's see it, man. So this is she's gonna speak English, so you will hear it.
Ghana, right? I'm from Suriname, Surinamese, Dutch Surinamese. People ask me, why are you not Ghana? I've been asked a lot, like, why Ghana, right? I'm from Suriname, Surinamese, Dutch Surinamese. People ask me, why are you not investing in Suriname then? Well, there are other socio-economical things happening there. There's nothing wrong, but the continent and the economy, it's such a different structure. I've even lived on Curacao, and when I was there,
See, this woman is gonna speak the truth. She will tell you when we were little kids, like 50 years ago, they told us we came from Africa, and when the boats arrived, my people ran into the jungle. That's what they told us in the beginning. Like, you're not from America, you're from the jungle, from Africa. And then when the boat we brought you here, and then you ran into the jungle. That's what you will learn in school, and she will tell you the same thing. That's why I'm really showing you this part, cause she's from the plantation, but she will tell you the truth like it is. All these other things you're saying, like city people, Maroon ran away from the place, is lies. Maroons were in the jungle when they came there. This Caucasian came there, they told, oh ja, ik praat Nederlands, ik praat Engels. Dus dit is een stukje wat ik laat zien over deze sma is in Ghana nu. Ze leeft haar leven daar. Want ze is het moe in Suriname, maar zij vertelt gewoon waarheid van. Toen we Chimboy waren, hadden ze verteld. Toen de boot aankwam uit Afrika. Want onze mensen uit binnenland in Amerika komen niet uit Amerika. Ze komen uit Afrika, hebben ze ons toen verteld. Jij bent Afrikaan. Toen de boot aankwam, ben je het bos ingerend. Later noemden ze ons aboriginals. Snap je? En later werd het een bosnegers. En van dat veranderen ze steeds allerlei namen. Maar deze sma ga ik je gewoon vertellen. Ze komt van de plantage en ze is teruggegaan naar Ghana. Omdat ze moe is. Zij ziet gewoon de trick. Maar die trick is in Ghana minder zichtbaar. Omdat er meer mensen daar op haar lijken. Maar als je in Suriname bent, wat ze doen is de gentrification. Ze stelen Afrikaanse pokken wat ik liet zien van Guinea-Bissau. De muziek van Guinea-Bissau. Ze stelen het daar en zeggen het is een Surinaamse muziek. Nou, nigga. Als je gaat Guadeloupe. Ik ga na deze video ga ik muziek spelen. Dan ga je horen die Guadeloupe. Die kills van Martinique, Haiti en Fransguyana. Ze spelen allemaal die Soukous-stijl en soca. Soca, wij zeggen shoga. Amate shoga. Soca so simply means to work, to move. Ja, many people maybe from Trinidad, they are the masters of soca really. When you wanna hear soca, it's Trinidad. They are the master of it. Like Jamaica is the master of reggae, and these Black Americans they became the master of hip hop because they took it from DJ Kool Herc, who happens to be Jamaican, but whatever. He's from South America. We should say it's still America. Oh, I'm speaking English, I know. Dus deze maar gaat uitleggen, want soms stap ik naar Engels, omdat soms maak ik Engelse video. En dan, want ik heb, zij die weten, zij die mijn video's zien, dus whatever. Let's hear it, man.
And I said, I'm gonna, go to Ghana for 2 months, because that was the plan. In the pandemic, I was gonna go to Ghana for 2 months, and it became 2 years. And people were like, huh, why would you go to Ghana? Like, why would you go to West Africa? Because the Caribbean, a lot of people have this perception of, like, yes, even in the Caribbean, with the Afro-Caribbeans and the Creole people have this perception, or had this perception, that Africa was like less than even in the Caribbean. When I came to Ghana, I saw how developed it was. And I saw that systems are even better arranged than when I was in Curacao, when I was in the Caribbean. Like, this is way better. This is arranged way better. There's so much more infrastructure. The Caribbean is like villages. Like, even the island of Curacao, I don't even know the population right now. But Suriname only has 600,000 people. There are more Surinamese people living outside of Suriname than in Suriname. So
you see that? That's the real talk, nigga. She's telling you the truth. All these things I was saying, like, because the thing is just be yourself. If you say, yeah, you're from the plantation, I know these things I will not do. Oh yeah, I spilled Ik spreek weer een Engelsman. Als iemand hun cultuur zegt van, ik ben van plantage, dan weet je, en dingen als rijst met pom is normaal voor jou. Dan kan je daar rekening mee houden. Daar hebben wij het over. Je hebt hier een paar jaloezie gekke sikkelingen die denken dat ze mensen hun leven gaan verstieren. It won't work. Ja, hè? Utrawa na wereldburgers. KKB, kaka. Let's hear it, man.
Really important to understand. But at the same time, there are a lot of Surinamese people who have made it big in the football world. For example, let's say Clarence Seedorf. A lot of people, when I came to Ghana and I talked about football, Ghanaians love football, you know. Every African loves football, I think, right? Like, almost every. And then they were like, but he's from the Netherlands. I said, yes, but he's a Surinamese. He's born in Suriname. He's a Dutch Surinamese person. And they were like, oh, Suriname.
Zie je? Mijn mensen weten niet eens dat Suriname bestaat, omdat in de tijd van MTV, toen ik Chimboy was ook, deden ze hetzelfde. Het enige wat ze lieten zien is gewoon een United States Amerikanen op tv. Dingen als reggae, soca, mento, rumba en compa. Al die muziek wat ik nu noem is Haitiaanse, Guadeloupe, Tululu muziek, carnaval. Al die dingen gingen ze niet laten zien op tv. Alleen gewoon die Amerikaanse dingen. Om het gewoon zoveel mogelijk gewoon plantageachtig te laten lijken. Dat iedereen gewoon aan plantagesyndroom lijdt. Nee, dat is helemaal niet zo. Daarom zei ik 30% is nog goed. 70% van iedereen is de duivel. En je ziet deze, ik zeg niet dat zij goed is. Maar zij is tenminste, zij had zoiets van, weet je wat? Ik ga niet hier in Nederland of Suriname blijven klagen. Ik ga naar Ghana en ga daar mijn dingen opstarten. That's the real talk. Zelfs als ze niet naar Ghana ging, misschien ergens anders naar Cameroen of naar Congo of Nigeria of naar Guinea-Bissau. Is allemaal possible. Yeah, just saying. That's the real talk, nigga.
What is that? And I'm so happy to see that also the ties with Suriname and Ghana are being strengthened on a political level right now. And, you know, that people are really started working together, because I felt like it's a warm bath. When I come to Ghana, it's a warm bath. Doors are open for me. And I know that as a diaspora, that happened. But that's something that we are not used to. As Surinamese people in the Netherlands, you're not used to doors being opened for you. You're used to working 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as hard to achieve something. But when you come to Ghana, suddenly you're one of us, you know? And even more so than in Suriname. Because Suriname is...
And she looks like Ghanaian. That's the strange thing. She looks like a normal Ghanaian woman. I thought she was Ghanaian, man. But she's from Paramaribo. Yeah, that's why when you say Benin Peninsula is like Ghanaian, Nigerian, Benin, and all these people, they're West African type, Sub-Saharan Africans, they will say.
A multicultural society. You have Chinese, you have Indians, you have Burus, which are white people from back in the day. You have Native Americans, which are the original inhabitants. It's a melting, and you have the Creole people who were split in like the...
And this is the mistake. Native Americans in the law of the United States states if you're born in, als je geboren bent in Amerika, ben je een Native American. Ja, ben je een Indiaan. Ja, ga in de United States wet kijken. Dat staat er. Als je geboren bent in de United States van Amerika, ben je gewoon een Native American. Dat is wat vele mensen niet weten. Ja, that's the real talk, nigga. Dus daarom als sommige mensen komen en zeggen, hoe ziet die Native American eruit? Want gisteren liet ik iets zien van een Papua en een Afrikaan. Ze lijken sprekend op elkaar. Maar die Caucasiër zegt, deze is een Papua en dat is de Afrikaan. Dus er is geen Afrikaan in Azië. Maar die Papua is gewoon een Afrikaan. Hetzelfde verhaal vertellen ze. Er is geen zwarte in Amerika. Maar als je dan die aboriginal ziet, is het gewoon een Afrikaan. Ja, real talk. Die coolie die je nu ziet in Australië is mixed.
Maroons who really had escaped, and not like after, you know, they arrived in Suriname, they escaped and they...
Wat staat daar? Nadat ze, weet je, in Suriname aankwamen. Zie je dat? Hoe kan ik ontsnappen als zij zeggen, want dat is het verhaal van hun. Toen de boot aankwamen ben je naar het bos gerend. En nu wil je zeggen dat ik samen met jou op plantage was? Wie is gek en ziek? Zie je, zij weten. Toen we Chimboy waren, dit is wat ze hebben verteld aan mijn volk in Suriname. Toen de boot aankwam uit Afrika ben je naar het bos gerend. Daarom kan je geen Nederlands spreken. Daarom ben je zo. Daarom weet je niks over een Caucasisch model. En nu vandaag de dag, nu het een ding is van cultuur. Ja, ik heb ook cultuur. Ja, jouw cultuur is Caucasisch. Ja, daarom maak je rijst met pom. Is gewoon een pommes. Schrijf je met Pommes. Weet je, is gewoon Frans van appel. Is gewoon appelmoes. Ja, er is een soort appelmoesgebak van de Safardien en die Askenazi, waar je was op Joden savanna. Ja, zij spreekt tenminste de waarheid, maar als je hier komt liegen en dingen vertellen wat niet waar is, dit is wat zij ons hadden verteld. Ja, toen jullie aankwamen, zijn jullie naar het bos gerend. Dus hoe kan ik van een plantage komen? How can I be from a plantation? Because what she's saying is what I've been saying in all the videos. They told us when we were small and little kids, when I went to school, they told my race from the Amazon jungle, you're not from America, you came from Africa and ran into the jungle when the boats arrived. That's what they told us. After that, they was calling us jungle people, aboriginal, all those names with these Native Americans. And now you're gonna tell me, you're also from a planet. No, I'm not. I don't know your language. I don't know anything about you. And she's telling the truth. Ja, real talk, that is what's written here in Dutch. Nadat ze, weet je, in Suriname aankwamen, ontsnapte een deel daarvan, a part of those people who supposedly came from Africa, escaped into the jungle. That's what they say. So if I escaped or not escaped is what you're saying. That's your narrative, because I know that's not my narrative. Then how could I have been on the plantation unless what I was saying is the truth? You was coming to the jungle, capturing my people and bringing them to the plantation. Om een van die gasten van plantage kwamen naar het bos. Ze zaten in het regime van de Nederlandse overheid en kwamen in het bos onze mensen pakken en ze verkopen aan de zogenaamde planters. Ja, aan die plantages. Ja, zelfs na slavernij zijn om mensen naar Paramaribo gegaan, hebben ze hun naam veranderd in Nederlandse namen. Mijn naam is Djalis. Als je naar Paramaribo gaat, zeggen ze Djalis. Get the fuck on, man. That's the real talk. What she's saying, this is the truth. Dit is de waarheid wat ze ons hebben verteld. When I say this is the truth, this is what they told us in the beginning. Make a screenshot about these words and type it in and translate to English, and you will see what is written down there, because it's Dutch. Real talk.
That really went into slavery, which I'm from. So that's also even more so than in Suriname, because Suriname is also a multicultural society. You have Chinese, you have Indians, you have Burus, which are white people from back in the day. You have
yeah, but these Indians and these people, they came there in 1873, 100 years ago. So I don't count them. I don't know them. When they came there, it's like apartheid, Jim Crow. They had their own area called Nikeri, just like you have Chinatown. They have Indian town, and this Indian town is called Nikeri in Suriname. So we don't mingle. When they mingle, is business-wise. That's what I know. When people do business, whatever they're doing is their business. That's what I'm saying. But socially, we don't mingle, because the Caucasian was saying we were not allowed to mingle. These were people that they brought there hundreds years ago. My people have been there thousands of years, and they told my people, no, 10,000 years ago, the Native American of Asia, Siberia, already walked into this place. Ja, dat hebben ze ons toch verteld. Zo van die Okanus en die Saramakanus en zijn niet van Amerika. Ze zijn van Afrika gehaald als slaven. Ze konden geen boten maken, maar ik zie mijn opa boten maken toen ik klein was. Grote boten, Foyasi-boten, maar Afrikanen konden geen boten maken en daarom werden ze daar gebracht voordat Columbus, maar een Afrikaan heeft Columbus naar Amerika gebracht. Wie is dan gek? Vraag aan jouw professor, wie heeft aan Columbus verteld dat er een plaats was dat Amerika was? Dat ze zeggen, nee, hij dacht hij was in India. Ja, omdat die mensen curly haren hebben. Ze waren zwart. Ja, Douglas zwart. Hun vader is Afrikaan, net als die Galibi. Als je naar Galibi gaat op Albina, zie je gewoon die tijd dat Columbus daar kwam, zag hij die Sambo. Ja, die Sambo zag je daar. Daarom worden die Sambo uitgescholden nog steeds in Noord-Amerika. Omdat zij die Caucasiër Europeanen aan land hebben gelaten. Omdat ze bang waren voor die Afrikanen. Die gingen hun... Als ik zeg Afrikaan heb ik het over mensen met zwarte huidskleur en afrohaar. In Europa waren ook Afrikanen, in Engeland. Als ik zeg Afrika, mensen zeggen is continental Africa. No, there was African here in the Netherlands. There was African in England. There was African in Spain. Yeah, they got kicked out just like they are kicking everybody out in America today. Ja, er waren gewoon Afrikanen hier 1000 jaar geleden in Nederland. Ja, ga je ook koning vragen. Stammeling. Zijn er leeuwen in Nederland? Zijn er leeuwen in Nederland? Waarom heeft Nederlandse paspoort een leeuw op hun dingen? Ga jouw koning vragen waarom hij een leeuw heeft op zijn paspoort. Nigga? You stupid? Dit is gewoon, Nederland is gewoon Noord-Afrika. Ja, zij hebben die naam veranderd. Net als met die Berlijnse conferentie. Toen hebben ze Afrika afgedeeld. Gingen ze naar Congo mensen afslachten na de slavernij. Ja, dat is wat er is gebeurd. That's the real talk. Al deze shit wat je nu ziet is gewoon verzonnen onzin. Wie gek genoeg is om te zeggen, dat is naïef om niet mee te get the fuck on. Dat is wat ik zeg. Ja, ik leef in de realiteit. Wat er gebeurd is, dat is wat ik aanhoud. Als jij zelf verhaaltjes wilt verzinnen, moet je dat vooral doen. Diezelfde gasten die zeiden er bestaan geen aliens, zeggen nu er bestaan aliens al lang. Yeah. Wie is een leugenaar? Exactly. De duivel.
Native Americans, which are the original inhabitants, it's a melting, and you have the Creole people were split in like the Maroons who really had escaped, and not like after they arrived in Suriname, they escaped, and they're part of it that really went into slavery, which I'm from. So that's also different cultures. So
see what she's saying? What did she say? Because her part went into slavery, she got captured. That's why we have different cultures. She is a city Negro. Do you see me cussing her out? No, because she's saying the truth. Like, hey, these people, they were in the jungle. I was on the plantation. So what? What if you're gonna come out here and try you're gonna represent my culture when you don't know anything about my culture lying? The liar is a devil. That's my culture. Real talk. Let's hear it. Eh?
Within the black people, we have different cultures and different tribes and different languages in that little country of Suriname. So it's a lot to unravel. And even in the Netherlands, people don't know this. While Suriname was a Dutch colony, they also speak Dutch in Suriname, right?
Zie je dat? En dat is echt waar wat zij zegt. In Nederland, heel veel mensen weten dat niet. Als ik zeg, nee, ik ben geen neger, ik ben een Aukaner. Dan zeggen de Aukaners, dat bestaat niet. Ik ben Okano, ik ben Aukaner. Daarom heb je Amer Okaner, wij wonen langs het water in Amerika. Wij zijn van de Amazon jungle. Ja, hè? Wij zijn Afrikanen van Mali Empire, Ancient Ghana Empire hier en al dat. Nee, dat kan helemaal niet. Want heb je gehoord van Kang Sumani, Kang Musa? Nee, dat kan al. Kijk, dan krijg je altijd. Dus zij komen jouw verhaal vertellen over jouw geschiedenis, terwijl zij zelf geen geschiedenis hebben. Vraag hun waar zij vandaan komen. Vraag een Caucasiër, waar komen jouw voorouders vandaan? Voordat ze hier in Europa aankwamen. Ze gaan jouw boeken laten zien wat zij verzonnen hebben, waarvoor zij geen bewijzen hebben. Wetenschap is science. Het betekent laat het nu blijken. Als je nu niet kan laten blijken, is het nep, is het een leugen en een duivel is een leugenaar. Dat is wat ik zeg, nigga. Al hun science wat ze zeggen, als het schrijft theorie is just a made-up story. Dat moet je hun vragen. Is het een theorie of praktijk? Als het praktijk is, show me. Show me your God, nigga. If you are the children of the book. Als dit de mensen zijn van de Bijbel, toon het dan. Laat hun ons die zonblok laten zien die zij gebruikten in Canaan, in Afrika. Want Israël is Afrika. Laat zij ons die zonblok laten zien die zij toen in die tijd gebruikten. Nigga, you stupid.
Don't know how I don't know how this works. But people don't know how that all works. And how even our society as Surinamese is structured. That it's multicultural. A lot of people don't know. So there's a lot to learn. That's why I'm doing these TikToks. And I'm also very passionate about it. And just not only because of...
In the beginning, Suriname was just Asiatic, so-called Native Americans, this black Indian Africans mixed and with Native Americans from Asia. We were the only one there. After that, this Caucasian came there and made up all these stories that we came and Africans could not cross the ocean because Africans live across of America. But these people will tell you no, and Asia is like 10 times far from America and Africa. But they will tell you Africans could not cross the ocean. But my ancestors, my grandfather is building boats where I was, man. You stupid. When you tell your history, that's why this woman is telling the truth. Yeah, what they told us. When I say she's telling the truth, this is what they told us in school in Suriname. Like, when the boats arrive from Africa, you ran into the jungle. Je bent niet van Suriname, je bent het bos ingerend. Nou, prima toch? Waarom maak jij dan Afrikaans muziek? Dat is wat ik zeg. Als ik een Afrikaan ben in Suriname en jij bent geen Afrikaan, waarom maak jij dan Afrikaans muziek? Want Kaseko, wat jij maakt, ga naar Guadeloupe. Die Afrikanen daar maken Kasika. Is hetzelfde. Daarom liet ik jou dingen zien van Guinea-Bissau. Wat maakten ze dat? Aleke. Die Aleke, wie speelt Aleke in Suriname en Amerika? Ik. Alleen mijn volk speelt Aleke. Zelfs Saramakanen spelen geen Aleke. Zij spelen iets anders. Hoe heet het? Seketi. Saramakanen spelen Seketi muziek. En mijn mensen spelen Aleke. Diezelfde soort muziek wat die gasten nu proberen te gaan maken daar. Wat je hoort in die Kaseko drum. Die kasokkedrum is een aleke, wat ik jullie zien van een Guinea-Bissau. Ah, die is stupid. Ga iemand van Curaçao vragen van Guinea-Bissau. Ze gaan elkaar verstaan. Zelfs die Cabo Verde verstaat mensen van Guinea-Bissau, Angola, al deze mensen. Breng hun naar Brazil. In Brazil wonen 100 miljoen Afrikanen. Zij verstaan die talen ook. Are you stupid? Al deze zwarte mensen waren gewoon hier in Portugal. Daarom heb je Zwarte Piet. Stommeling in Spanje. Ja, hè? That's the real talk. Maar als je hier gaat komen, hier, ik ben niet bij Kwaku Festival. Nee, nigga, je was van plantage zoals zij zegt. Ik was in het bos. Als je gaat vertellen, vertel wat er gebeurd is op plantage. That's the real talk. Je gaat niet praten over het bos. Want je was daar niet. That's what I'm saying.
Differences, but in my work, I work a lot with cultural differences. Suriname was a Dutch colony. They also speak Dutch in Suriname, right? People don't know how I don't know how this works, but people don't know how that all works and how even our society as Surinamese is structured, that it's multicultural. A lot of people don't know. So there's a lot to learn. That's why I'm doing these TikToks. And I'm also very passionate about it. And just not only because of cultural differences, but in my work, I work a lot with cultural differences in marketing, in social media, but also because if you see that you have a shared identity, you can work together and create economic empowerment. And that's what I'm passionate about. Let's build together. Let's all eat at the table. Thank you.
The apex and the third act. To get the crisis
Zo, ik laat nu Tucker Carlson zien, want Tucker Carlson, hij is een geboren racist, deze gast. Hij werkte voor Fox News. Je moet Fox News zien als de Telegraaf in Nederland. Hij is gewoon een boel en so-called white supremacists bij elkaar. Ja, hè? Dat is gewoon een stelletje bakroes. Soms nemen ze coolies daarmee, want ze hebben Aries en voorouders toch. Ariërs voorouders. Daarom ging Hitler die hakenkruis halen uit Noord-India. Ja, hè? Als je het niet wist. India was gekoloniseerd door deze Europeanen. Heel veel van deze Ariërs, zogenaamde Ariërs-kolie, Ariër de Waker, dat zijn gewoon Europeanen. Ja, hè? Daarom zie je dat ze hun pompen en geld geven om zich te ontwikkelen. Daarom praat ik in het begin ook over Sanu. Sanu zegt, waarom gaat Afrika niks bouwen? Deze landen, China en India, krijgen geld gewoon van Europa dat ze hebben gestolen van de Afrikanen. Afrikanen mogen hun eigen geld niet eens printen. Kom je hier praten over waarom bouwen ze niks? Get the fuck on, man. Yeah, that's the real talk. Let's say it, man.
you have to get thousands of things in place. So, for example, coming into COVID, I don't think you could have done
information and the means by which it's disseminated and we consume it. Like we're at a period of real openness right now because the old media have collapsed. How long can that last? Where you can say whatever you think on the internet and read other people's unfiltered views on the internet. That's such a challenge to power that I'm skeptical it can last for much longer.
So if you look at the infrastructure that's being put into place, so DOD says that they're going to buy 1 million drones a year. If you look at what has been, I don't know if you saw the latest testimony about ICE, whistleblower claiming that he was trained to teach ICE agents how to break the law. So if you look at the drones, if you look at what's happening with the local control grid, with the flock cameras, the satellites, everything, they're looking to put into place the hardware where they can shut down free speech. Now, are we going to let it go into place? If you look at the pushback is extraordinary. And so it's not...
Dit is het gedeelte wat ik zei over die ene Tyler Oliveira. Er was nog een andere gast. Toen gingen ze die Somali's onmaskeren dat ze in Minnesota geld hadden gestolen en alles. Maar nu ging hij laten zien dat heel veel Israëli's die in Amerika wonen en uitkering pakken met 12, 17 kinderen. Toen is hij gelijk van internet weggehaald van Patreon en om in plaatsen. Alleen op YouTube is hij nog te vinden. Maar YouTube is ook van Israël. Dus ja, just whatever. Real talk, man.
Me that they'll succeed to do that. I don't know. But I will tell you now, if we don't push back hard now and keep pushing back, they will shut down they'll shut down. Well, the control grid will shut down the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. It will rip the Constitution to shreds.
It seems like the reason that, everyone you run into at this point is like reassessing all previous assumptions is because you can read whatever you want now online. It does seem like that has been the pivotal change in the last 10 years. Nobody watches CNN. Everyone reads X, and that makes the difference.
Well, I think what happened I think most people, so I call it this way. If I have a computer and I have 50 databases and you bring me a database that says I've got to change my operating system, that's too hard because I've got to change 50 databases and everything. I think a friend of mine used to call it getting hit by the smite button. When the system betrays you in a way that is very harmful to you, whether because you're injured by pharmaceuticals or the medical system or your money is stolen in the financial crisis, when the system does something that really harms you, it forces you to change your operating system. And I think the financial crisis harmed a lot of people, but then the pandemic really harmed a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right.
And I will tell you, Tucker, we were warning people from the beginning, don't take the shot, don't take the shot, don't take the shot. And then at the end of 2022,
Can I just ask you a question that occurs? So China's economy is now bigger than the United States is. Clearly, China is going to be, at some point, likely the dominant world power.
I don't necessarily believe that.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, the nature of the Chinese government and civilizations seem to make it kind of impervious to this sort of stuff. Like China's an ethno-state.
Right.
A Han Chinese ethno-state.
Right.
So I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of dual citizenship type stuff in China.
No.
And I don't believe the Chinese government is going to allow its authority to be challenged by international.
Hier zie je die Tory weer wat ik zei over zero-sum competition. Dit is hetzelfde wat nu met Iran gebeurt. Zij denken nu niet nu, maar China is ook een bedreiging, want ze kunnen hun inhalen. Dit is gasten die zich dan superieur denken te voelen. Niemand mag jou inhalen, maar je kan niet vechten. De enige manier hoe je vecht is gewoon stiekem als een wijfje, jezelf verschuilen, achter dingen zitten en stiekem. Ik ben een kaka bitch, kaka. Stupid.
Pools of capital, at least in the East, because it's going to control the East, right?
Deze gasten hebben geen cultuur. Caucasiërs hebben geen cultuur, ja. Althans waar ik vandaan kom niet. Misschien voor stadsnegers, of voor coolies, of voor Javanen, of voor Chinezen. Ja, want we kennen elkaar niet. Misschien daarom heb ik die Caucasiër verslagen en zij waren gekoloniseerd voor 150 jaar. Dus we kunnen elkaar niet vergelijken. Real talk.
So China is like a roadblock to these forces.
So the question is, China was developed by Europe and U.S. capital.
Right.
And so the question is, what obligations does China have to European and U.S. capital? And I don't know the answer.
Zie je? Zij vertelt jou nu China is opgebouwd omdat ze geld hebben gekregen van Europeanen. India heeft geld gekregen van Europeanen. Wie staat nu met India samen? Israël en India werken samen. Ja, wie heeft die Indiërs gebracht naar Suriname? Israël. Ja, Joden Savannah. Real talk.
China's strength is, if you look at what they're doing with technology, their innovation and speed is astonishing and very, very impressive, and is racing by the United States right now. If you look at their demographic issues and their they have very serious demographic issues, and they have a very serious real estate crisis to be managed that has profound implications with the demographic problem, because a lot of the retirement saving was put in real estate. And now that real estate is down and they have an aging population, they've got some real issues. So they have a lot to manage. And a lot of how they do depends on how successful their Silk Road innovation, sort of investments work out for them. So, but I'm not convinced that they necessarily have to end up as the dominant world power. If you they've worked very hard for the last 10 to 15 years to make their currency acceptable as one of the basket of reserve currencies. And yet, if you look at how much the market share, it's limited. And I think one reason is the distrust of the Chinese is extraordinary, because they are deeply, deeply committed to the superiority of the Han people. And so if you look at different experiences people have had with the Chinese, I think...
So you made reference a minute ago to art, and that you're just ran a piece.
So, deze PC laat ik zien waarom je ziet dat je jouw cultuur niet mag uitoefenen en al dat soort dingen. Als je hoort mensen figuren zeggen, dat zijn de tribalen, ze willen Maron heten, je bent Okaner, maar ze hebben zelfs geen etniciteit, dus ze weten niet waar ze over praten. Is een man zonder ballen, die komt jou vertellen wat het is om ballen te hebben. Yeah, just saying, man. Real talk.
Art, appreciating art, loving art. Given your background in monetary policy, finance, why are you commissioning pieces about art? What does art have to do with anything?
Okay, so I'm going to go way out and come back in. If you want to have a successful society and a successful financial system, one of the most important questions in a financial system is who or what enforces. Who makes the rules and enforces. The only way to have a really successful financial system is to have enforcement done primarily by culture.
Yes.
Okay. So the question...
So self-restraint as opposed to restraint.
Right. And respect for the rules and respect, I give you an example from Bible class. I once had my teacher in Bible class ask me about the Solari model, and I explained it to her, and she said, oh, you're making it much too complicated. It's in Leviticus. It says we have to take care of ourselves, we have to take care of the land, and we have to take care of each other. And I said, that's it. There you go. So she was right. But that's an example of enforcement by culture. The obligation that I have to take care of myself, but I also have to take care of the land and the people around me. Okay, so that's...
but dit gebruiken ze nu van je moet zorgen dat de mensen om jou heen zich ook moeilijk... Ik denk, jouw probleem is niet mijn probleem. Ja, als Caucasiërs jou hebben gebracht ergens of wat hebben gedaan, is het hun probleem. Ja, net zoals die gasten in de gevangenis moeten zetten omdat zij vermeend iets misdaan hebben, terwijl Trump gewoon olie aan het stelen is in de open. Ja, hou jezelf en jouw mensen thuis bij jou die samen met jou zitten. Hun moet je voor de gek proberen te houden. Niet zij die met hersenen rondlopen. That's the real talk.
Example of enforcement by culture. Anyway, so I decided, okay, at the Solari report, we have to do something to help build the culture. And I brought you the Coming Clean book, and that is a sort of an overview of all the things we think are important if you want to build a culture that will do a really good job of taking care of yourself, but in a way that takes care of others and the land. But I was thinking, okay, what can we do at the Solari report to help people really understand and relate to culture? So I was out in California, and I had a dear friend, Nina Hine, who had just left this big high-powered job as publicity at one of the studios. And I said to her, she was thinking about, what do I do next? And I said, if you could do anything you wanted, what would you do? And she said, I would travel the world going to museums and writing about it. And I said, you're hired. So she started a column called Food for the Soul.
American and Israeli intelligence had been watching Iran's supreme leader for months. Rarely did the country's senior leaders meet together, but they did on Saturday morning inside the Ayatollah's compound. That's when Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu hit go. Iran's leaders were spread across 3 separate buildings. The unexpected daylight strike clinical and effective. The US and Israel have continued to pound Iranian targets, the US unleashing an extraordinary amount of firepower, including Tomahawk missiles, rocket systems using fighter jets and stealth bombers, and for the first time, suicide or kamikaze drones too. Israel says its air force has dropped nearly 2,000 bombs on Iranian targets already. Some of its pilots are flying 3 sorties a day. Iran's response has been largely limited to the region for now. It's launched at least 541 drones at the UAE alone, 165 ballistic missiles. Most have been shot down, but not all. The US has permanent bases across the Middle East. Most have come under Iranian attack, and Tehran is reaching further afield, attacking a UK Air Force base in Cyprus too. Britain is now allowing the US to use its bases in Diego Garcia and Gloucestershire as well. This conflict expanding.
What does America and Israel's attack on Iran mean? On the morning of February 28th, America and Israel launched another war on Iran. This one is bigger and more serious than those we saw last year. This is a war of regime change.
To the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Take over your government. It will be yours to take.
And an aim which was endorsed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel.
אתם לא אויבים שלנו, ואנחנו לא אויבים שלכם.
Missiles have rained down on Tehran, the capital, and sites across the country. They've included attacks on the compound used by Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, and military sites right across the country. Iran's response has already been faster and fiercer than on previous occasions. They fired missiles towards Israel within hours of the war beginning. They fired missiles at the headquarters of the US Navy's 5th Fleet in Bahrain.
Missile actually got through.
It also fired missiles at Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, where a person was killed by falling shrapnel. This is not going to be a quick in and out operation. This is likely to last for days, as America and Israel pound the target list throughout Iran. What does this mean for the Iranian people? Well, they're unlikely to rise up while bombs are still falling on their streets. But when the dust settles, one of the key questions is how far these strikes will have weakened the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Iran's Praetorian Guard, and other parts of the repressive state security apparatus. Will they be able to contain and brutally suppress any mass protests that occur in the aftermath of this conflict, as they did a month ago? This is a decisive moment for a regime that has occupied a commanding position in the Middle East for nearly 40 years.
So man, je hebt het gezien. Dus Trump ja, doet wat hij... Althans, ik had al op mijn video's gemaakt dat hij dit zou doen. Venezuela is al gebeurd. En Cuba is on the menu, Greenland, Canada en al die plekken. Dus je ziet nu Nigeria is al ook geweest. En ja, dus Iran is nu aan de beurt. We'll see, nigga. Real talk. Ja, net als wat ze zeiden. En ja. En laat geen gekke jou van jouw stok brengen. That's what I'm saying, nigga. Geloof jouw sickness in je eentje. Ja, als je niet ziet dat deze gasten gewoon een leugenaar is de devil en de devil is a liar. Let's leave it at that. Laat eens, man.
Bye.